Hello, this is Rolan from All Things Awesome. So today I'm going to revisit the Chessnut 2 and the Chessnut EVO. So I'll be comparing the Chessnut EVO to the Chessnut 2. I've recently made the Chessnut 2 video and the Chessnut EVO board was made some time ago. So do check those out if you want. And so I'll just be looking at these two boards today and seeing how they compare in terms of usability. So for the Chessnut 2 board, you may check out my channel. I've recently made a video about that and it's quite an impressive board. I am still using it from time to time. So these LEDs really pop out, they're vivid, and we have our small little LCD screen right here. This is not really a standout for the chessboard, unlike for the Chessnut EVO, which is on the left side. You can see that it has a much larger screen. I'll be talking about that later on. I'll be mentioning it again. And so back to the Chessnut 2. So the Chessnut 2 has really vivid LEDs and there's a touch screen on the right side. You can choose from various options. You have lead chess and still have the settings, and you can play checkers on it as well. Provided that you have compatible Chessnut 2 checkers in your hand, you are able to play checkers on this board. And so now for the Chessnut EVO that I have right here. Yes, so this is the playing area, and you can't see the LEDs right now. I will show that in a moment. But you can see that here we have a much larger LCD screen right there. It's like a physical tablet attached to a physical chessboard. Don't mind the reflections, sorry, because this is an actual glossy glass you can see on the right side. I will revisit and discuss about the options that we have right here. But I do suggest that you check out my other videos. I have a Chessnut EVO video solely made for the purpose of this. So today I'll just try to keep this video as short as possible and make minor relevant comparisons. Chessnut is sponsoring this channel and there is an affiliate link in my description. Should you wish to purchase a Chessnut board or any other Chessnut accessories, you'll get a fair discount provided that you enter the code ROLAN, which is ROLAN. So Rolan is my name and I am hosting this channel. So do check out the affiliate link should you wish to purchase a Chessnut EVO board or any other Chessnut board for that matter. If you do purchase through this affiliate link, that'll help support my channel and I'll much appreciate that. However, provided that Chessnut is sponsoring this channel, all opinions are my own. So I am not favoring any of these boards. I'm just making some minor comparisons to these two boards. They are two different companies. Chessnut and Chessup are two different companies. So Chessup is actually from Bright Labs and Chessnut is Chessnut. So we have the Chessnut EVO and the Chessnut Air Plus and the Chessnut Pro and so on. So I have made other Chessnut videos in my channel. You can check those out as well. So let's continue on and make those relevant comparisons. The overall playing area of the Chessnut 2, it comes to about 30.5 centimeters. That is for the playing area itself. Yes, so it should be 30.5 cm by 30.5 cm. 30.5 cm. So yes, that's the playing area of the Chessnut 2. And so let's look at the pieces themselves. I only have a coffee scale in hand right now because I love coffee. Who doesn't love coffee? Anyway, here is my kitchen or coffee scale that I'm going to use to measure the weights of these pieces. So let's have a look at the Chessnut EVO King. How much does it weigh? You can see that it weighs approximately 12.7 grams. Let's compare it to the Chessnut 2 King. Oh, so it's heavier. Alright, so it comes to 18.7 grams. Let's double check that. Yep. So, yes, you can see that the Chessnut 2 pieces are heavier than the Chessnut EVO pieces. Let's check the queens just to verify that. Right, so 13.3 grams for the Chessnut EVO Queen. How about the Chessnut 2 Queen? 15.1 grams. Let's compare the pawns, the smaller pieces. So the chess up 2 pawn, it comes to 7.6 grams. Chessnut EVO pawn comes to about 5.9 grams. 7.7, 5.9. As for the rooks, Chessnut EVO rook, 8.7 grams for the Chessnut EVO rook, 10 grams for the chess up 2 rook. Now the knights, Chessnut EVO knight, 10.8 grams for the Chessnut EVO knight. Chess up 2 knight comes to about 12.4 grams. The bishops, so the Chessnut EVO bishop, it comes to about 8.3 grams. And the chess up 2 bishop, it comes to about 10.7 grams. Let's have a look at the details about the Chessnut EVO knight and the chess up 2 knight. You can see the faces right there. It seems like that the Chessnut EVO knight has more detail on the face. You see the nose? It has a thicker nose here, whereas for the chess up 2 nose, it's quite thinner. And this has a larger body to it, whereas this doesn't. It's much thinner. Side by side, you can see that yet there's still more detail, like on the back of the Chessnut EVO knight. There's more detail to the strands of the hair on the horse, as you can see on the back, as well as for the chess up 2, it's quite, there's less detail to it. So the knights are quite interesting here, and you can see them side by side, and of course they have a different texture feel to it. This is more plastic and glossy, whereas this feels like it has more of a matte finish to it. I'm not sure how you describe this texture, but it's not glossy at all, whereas for this it's kind of glossy, so there's a lot of reflection when you're playing pieces. I don't know if that may be an issue to you, but everyone has a different opinion, so you may favor one or the other. It's entirely your choice. All of the Chessnut pieces and chess up 2 pieces have RFID chips as well. So we have just compared the weights of the pieces and the feel and look of the pieces. So it turns out that the chess up 2 pieces are relatively heavier than the Chessnut EVO pieces. And let's go back to the chess up 2 board. So the chess up 2 board, we have already mentioned the dimensions of the actual playing area of the chess up 2 board. Right off the bat, you can see that this LCD screen is really small. It's not so user-friendly in terms of how we are going to look at the text on the screen, because when you're actually typing on this keyboard, it's so small and hard to press because the letters are just too tiny and small, and it's really hard to figure out what you're pressing. So if I go down and look at this, for example, Wi-Fi networks, if I were to add a new network, for example, you'll see a small keyboard screen pop up. So you see how small the text on the screen is? Because we are dealing with a small LCD screen here, it's really hard to figure out what buttons to press or which letters to press on the screen. So you'll have to make do connecting this board to Wi-Fi with your phone, as there is an option for that, as shown before. So you'll have to make do with that. So yes, again, I want to point out that these bezels are just in the way. I don't know why they placed bigger bezels here. It would have been a better idea for them to get rid of it and actually stretch the screen a bit more. So if there were no bezels here, then I'm pretty sure that this would be a more suitable, or maybe not entirely, but a better overall experience for usability if we were to press on this LCD screen and find out what options we want. There is this space here, which is dead space. We are not using this space at all, which is not really an efficient way of using this board. Why must we have some kind of space here that is dead space at all? What are we to do with that? Perhaps place the pieces here while we're playing a game. But I think it would have been a better idea for them to actually stretch this part so that we can actually play a game on a bigger screen. The chess up 2 board has annotations, A to H here and 1 to 8 on the sides. So that's a plus for this board. The Chessnut EVO on the other hand does not. So now let's move on and look at the Chessnut EVO board. The Chessnut EVO board has a much larger screen on the side. That is an obvious point right here. So it's like a physical tablet attached to a physical board. Yet there are still some bezels on the sides. Perhaps it would have been a better idea, again, if they actually enlarged the screen and slimmed the bezels, so that we can actually have a more larger screen experience. However, I'd say that this screen is already satisfying as it is right now. It is a touch screen as well, and it's using an Android system in the background. So it's running on Android, and it comes with various functions. What is a plus for this board is its customizability. So you are able to actually install additional APKs, whereas for the Chessnut 2, we are unable to do that. So you are able to download, for example, Chess Dojo and play games on Chess Dojo, whereas on the Chessnut 2 you just can't. And also, if you are to play a game, you can even play on the screen itself. You don't have to use the board on the left side. But then again, what's the point of playing with this board? You are playing this with this board to play with the physical pieces. I just don't like playing on the screen. It's a no for me. So yes, we have the various options here. You can check out my Chessnut EVO video that I made previously for a walkthrough with this board itself. You'll see that I have gone through bot matches and online matches and the options that are shown here. Here is the Chessnut 2 board. If I lay this board on top, you can see the size difference. So because the Chessnut EVO has a much larger screen, it's protruding out to the right side here. As for the dimensions of the Chessnut EVO, well, just starting from here, from this point, which is the playing area of the board, it comes to about 28 centimeters. So 28 centimeters by 28 centimeters. That is for the playing area of the Chessnut EVO board. So it turns out that the Chessnut 2 playing area is a little bit larger than the Chessnut EVO playing area here. Let's compare the LEDs now. Here are the LEDs of the Chessnut EVO. So the LEDs pop out on the sides of each square. And you are able to customize the colors of these LEDs as well. Should you wish to change the colors, you can do so, whereas for the Chessnut 2, we are unable to do that. You can adjust the brightness of the chessboard LEDs in the options. So you just scroll this up to the brightest setting. Let's go back and have a look.
D2, D4.
So this is the brightest level. And yes, they really do pop out. I don't really see much of a light bleed on the LEDs, except for here, I can see a little bit here. But it's not really going to affect your gameplay, and it's not really a deal breaker. So I'm not really facing any problems with the LEDs on my side. I do see very slight light bleeds on the squares right there just now. So you see this blue LED right there? It's bleeding out to the bottom square right there. And there's a little bit of a light bleed on the side right there. But this is not a deal breaker, and I haven't complained about it. I feel like I'm really playing a really good game even with these brightest LED settings that I have in hand right now. So this is not a big deal, and the LEDs that are bleeding out right here, I mean the lights that are shown right there, are not really noticeable at all. You really have to pay attention and find the light bleed, so this is not a big deal breaker at all. I'm pretty happy with this board.
C5, G8, F6, D7, D6, C6, D4. C5, D4. F6, D5.
Here are the chess up 2 LEDs, as you can see right here. So if there are no pieces on the board, it will just light a solid color, purple. Let's see if there is a setting to change the brightness of these LEDs. Okay, yes, so we do have an adjustment setting here. So right now it's set to low. I'm going to set it to the highest setting. And this is the highest setting. So yes, you can see how bright it is. Which do you prefer? Which LEDs do you prefer? Do you prefer the Chessnut EVO LEDs? Do you really think that they stand out more than the Chess Up 2 LEDs? Let me know in the comments. And how do you prefer the LEDs shown on the squares? Do you prefer having the LEDs shown on the sides like the Chessnut EVO? Or would you prefer having the LEDs show up throughout the entire square like the Chess Up 2? Let me know in the comments. I can't find any light bleed here. It seems as though they have really sealed the edges, so it's really hard to depict any LED bleeds on the sides of the board. Having said that, this is a pass for light bleed. I can't find any significant light bleeds at all on the board itself. Now I do think that playing against the Chessnut EVO is much stronger than the Chess Up 2. Because we have notorious chess engines. We have Maya, and we are able to play with Stockfish and have the capacity of playing with other apps with inbuilt engines. So I do think that the Chessnut EVO has a plus for that we are able to actually play more tough engines. Should you wish to play with a tougher opponent, then the Chessnut EVO should be a go-to for that. So this is a training board as well. We have different annotations, different colors for the squares depicting on the type of move. So green is the best move, whereas blue is just the move of the opponent. If I pick this up, you can see that the red squares are blunder moves, whereas these are the best moves. Both boards have RFID chips built inside of them, so the board will know what pieces are registered when you move. So I hope this video has given you some insights into the Chess Up 2 and the Chessnut EVO, these two main dominant boards in the market right now. So yes, having said this, I hope that you have an idea and understanding of what these boards are like and how they compare to each other. So yes, both have similarities, both of them have RFID chips implanted into each of them, so they have piece recognition as well. And the main downside between the Chess Up 2 and the Chessnut EVO is of course their LCD screen. It's significantly smaller, but that may not be a deal breaker for many of you. You are not going to be playing and looking at the screen throughout an entire gameplay, right? So why would you want to buy a board to look at the screen throughout an entire 60-minute gameplay? It's just not doable. But perhaps you will prefer a much larger screen and having the ability to actually move the pieces while touching the screen, which is a plus for you. You may go for the Chessnut EVO. So depending on how you play chess, the most important thing is having a good game of chess with an opponent or a computer online. I am in the loop of having to choose which board to play with. Sometimes I will pick up the Chess Up 2 and sometimes I will play with the Chessnut EVO. It just depends on my preferences. So I am unable to tell you which one is best, but I do like both of them, so I just picked up both of them. Sometimes I would like to be playing with a tougher engine, so I will be playing with a Chessnut EVO in some cases. And sometimes I will be playing with a Chess Up 2 for online play, because I do like how the LEDs are displayed on the Chess Up 2. Not that the Chessnut EVO LEDs are bad at all, both are really great and both have advantages. So yes, this is the Chess Up 2 and this is the Chessnut EVO. So yes, there is an affiliate link in my description once again. Should you wish to purchase a Chessnut product, please use my affiliate link. I am not sponsored by Chessup, but Chessnut is sponsoring my channel, and that would really help me out if you were able to purchase one of the products from Chessnut. And most important of all, you can save some money. What are your comments about these boards? Which ones do you favor over which aspect of these boards do you prefer? Do you prefer the pieces, or do you prefer the LEDs, or do you prefer the LCDs? So which one do you prefer? Just let me know in the comments, and I'd be interested in knowing about what questions you have about these two boards. I will be trying my best to answer these questions to the best way possible. And also within my community, within my channel, if anyone is able to answer questions in the comments, I would also appreciate if other people also comment on other people's comments. So do please answer questions in the comments, and I'd be happy to look into those comments as well. So yes, that's a wrap for my video, and if you have any questions, again, please do let me know in the comments. And once again, my affiliate link, everything is in the description should you wish to purchase a Chessnut board. And have a good one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.